This is the weekend that we are harvesting our meat bird. I'm having a little bit of a tough time with this.
We're pretty much there. Here we go.
We're two hitchhikers. We met while hiking Mount Baldy with mutual friends, wasted no time, got engaged on a frozen alpine lake, got hitched, and have been adventuring together since. We're embarking on a new adventure of living big in a tiny home. Let's see how this goes.
Adventure awaits.
Good morning, cookies. Good morning.
Yeah, you're the smart one. Yeah, you are. All right, so this is the weekend that we are harvesting our meat birds. And truth be told, I'm having a little bit of a tough time with this. We started off with 40, we lost 2, so we've got 38. And they are big, and it is time. So I just have to put on my big girl pants. This is why they are here. This is why we got them. But you can't just help get attached to an animal that you've been caring for 2 months now. I think tomorrow I'll be able to turn that switch on and just be very mechanical about it. But today I'm going through those little pangs when I look at them and I'm like, oh, they're so messy and so gross and so cute and funny at the same time. Anyway, I'm prepping our station tomorrow for our harvesting because we are going to be doing it ourselves. So I have different stations of what's going to be happening at each spot because the last thing I want to be is frazzled tomorrow morning when we're trying to get this done. So we're trying to get started as soon as possible, early in the morning, first light ideally. And I just want to have everything in place. That way we can start, because I know it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for us, but once we get into the groove, we should be okay. That's the hope anyway. So I've got each station numbered. This is what happens at station number 1. This is where we have the kill cone, and this is where the deed is done. Anyway, we've got different stations of scalding and plucking and eviscerating and yeah, all of that stuff. So today is the last day of them enjoying their life here. Hopefully we gave them a good life here. I think they've been very happy. And hopefully in the morning they're none the wiser. So I'm kind of giving them their last treat of frozen corn. It's what they love. And just keeping their water nice and cold today. Hopefully keeping them as comfortable as possible. So yeah, here we go. So what we are raising and harvesting are chickens that are bred specifically to be consumed for meat. And there are a few different breeds that are specifically meat birds, but the most popular by far is the Cornish Cross because they grow so fast, and that is what we are raising. So Cornish Cross hens, they need to be harvested within a certain amount of weeks because they do grow so fast that if you let them actually continue on, they can begin to develop some major health complications. It's because they're gaining so much weight so fast, their bones and their vital organs cannot keep up, and that can have some serious consequences, and they can, just a lot of things can go wrong, and we don't want that because the birds end up suffering at that point. So the average homesteader is not encouraged to try to breed Cornish Cross specifically. I don't know about the other meat birds, but okay, so keep in mind, these are not genetically modified birds. These are bred specifically for it's a hybrid of, I think, the Cornish chicken and the white Plymouth Rock. The hatcheries kind of have this proprietary scientific method of doing it. It's just basically, they know what we're doing, we don't, and they have the right conditions for it. So usually if people are raising meat birds, they get the chicks from a specific hatchery where you know it is going to be a consistent type of chicken that you get and raise. Now, if you think about like grandma and grandpa on the farm back in the day, they were not raising these types of chickens. They were raising likely heritage breeds. There are breeds of chickens that are specifically for eggs, which is what we have. And there are also dual purpose chickens. And we actually do have two of the breeds that once they are old enough, they can be meat birds, but they're not going to have nearly as much meat as these Cornish Cross or some of the other breeds that are bred specifically for meat. But anyway, that was just some fun information that I had no idea before we started looking into all of this. So there is a specific process of breeding these meat birds, and it is a hybrid it's a multi-generational hybrid of the Cornish chicken and the white Plymouth Rock. And it goes something like this.
So hen A and rooster A breed. Then hen B and rooster B breed. Then hen C and rooster C breed, and hen D and rooster D breed. So now hen A and rooster A have hen AA. And then hen B and rooster B have rooster BB. Then hen C and rooster C have hen CC. And then hen D and rooster D have rooster DD. Subsequently, hen AA and rooster BB then have hen AB. And then hen CC and rooster DD have rooster CD. And finally, hen AB and rooster CD have meat bird ABCD. Did you get that?
And the Cornish Cross is typically the chicken that you would find at your local supermarket, farmer's market, etc. These are the ones that we are most familiar with eating. So now you see the before, and you will soon see the after.
Cut that down.
This is our handy dandy glamping. Welcome to our tiny home.
Now it's the murder house.
They're all on death row. Murder!
We're roughly at 140 degrees right now, which is right at the sweet spot for us to boil these chickens. Well, not boil, it's scald. And yeah, this is gonna help us get the feathers off. So we're pretty much there. Here we go.
Just a quick interruption from the future after a little morning jog. Just a reminder, this is a video about harvesting chickens, so we will be showing the kill cut. If you would like to skip ahead to where the chicken just looks like what you purchased in the grocery store, go ahead and skip ahead at this timestamp here. Otherwise, stay tuned and back to your present.
hypnotizing, putting my friend. It's been nice knowing you.
That was hard for me. All right, so this is called a killing cone. And what happens is when you turn the bird upside down, the blood rushes to their head and it sort of sedates them a little bit naturally. Then you take the wire and you wrap it around their feet. That way you don't risk getting clawed, especially in the eye or anything like that, if they happen to try to jump out. Then Ruben quickly takes a very, very sharp boning knife. This one is carbon steel. It's a specific boning knife. It's a Japanese knife, a Masahiro. And he does a quick cut across the neck, and then you let the blood drain out completely. It'll take about 3 to 5 minutes for that to happen. We want to make sure all the blood is drained completely. The bird dies within 2 seconds. So the shaking, everything like that, the death throes, it's just nerves happening. It happens very quickly. They don't feel much more than just 1 second maybe, is what we're told. So that's hard to see, but that's the worst of it for one chicken. Then the next part is to go to the scalding station. So that is where we quickly dunk the bird a few times in scalding water at 145 degrees, and that helps to loosen up the skin to be able to pluck the feathers. The challenge there is not to cook the skin, because then when you go to pluck the feathers off, you can take skin with it. So there's a little delicate balance, but here we go. So how did that feel?
It was tough. It's not necessarily like tough, like morally. It's just one of those like
I have to do it.
Yeah, I have to do it. It's just gonna.
Well, that's what I figured yesterday. I was like, once we process a couple, I think it'll be more mechanical for me. But now in the beginning, it's just like, oh, it's a little life.
Yeah, and it puts a perspective of things that just matter. That it just makes us want to be as quick and as merciful as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is something that is part of everyday life. We need to be able to understand where it comes from and how precious it is when it comes to growing it and creating it and stewarding it. And you want to be the most gentle, most caring provider as possible. And when you go through this process, it's gives you a solid appreciation of where it is that you get your food from and how it's produced and how it's consumed. Because if I were to be raising chickens for meat, I would want them to be as comfortable and as happy as they possibly can, so that it transcends into the food that we eat. So
they're not mass produced
exactly
in a factory with no care. Like we totally cared for them, and they had a good life while they were alive.
So yeah, let's go. Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi.
Now it looks like chicken.
It's pretty much there. Okay, then.
So this is the evisceration process.
The crop.
So the crop is where it has its food before it goes to the gizzard.
Chickens down? No, 15.
Well, We have 15 killed so far, slaughtered, harvest, whatever.
Harvest.
Not completed. So, a couple things we've learned. The chicken plucker we have on the drill is a little too aggressive.
Yes.
So we're doing it by hand. Incense, strangely enough, is helping to keep the flies away, as is the big box fan. So there's a little bit of both. We are having to dump the waste, i.e. the feathers and the yucky water, about 10 at the 10 mark is
every
about
10
good.
chickens.
Yeah, every 10 chickens seems to be good. It's hot.
Yep.
And
It's really hard work.
yes, this is exhausting work. Very, very hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should try it. Everybody should do it. Gone for 35 seconds already. Confirmed 6 left.
Well, good morning. We slept in. It is now 6:30. We've been up for about a half an hour.
We slept in, meaning we slept 6 hours.
Yes, we went to bed a little after midnight last night. It was a very late night, but the
deed is done.
Well, yes, the hard part is over, but we're still not complete. We've had the chickens on ice overnight. Thankfully, we picked up plenty of ice yesterday. And today we need to bag them and then put them in the freezer. So it's gonna be another few hours, but this is a home stretch now. And yesterday was a burner.
It hurts. I am in so much pain.
Everywhere. And my hands. Like.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised at how many cuts I got from the tendons themselves. And then once from the scissors.
You had that sharp knife and never nicked yourself once?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So we have to turn on the irrigation.
You have to fill up the
because we have to fill up the
cistern.
cistern. We went through a lot of water yesterday and they could cut the power, which means our water pump won't work because it's supposed to be, guess what? Another triple digit day.
Yay.
But they've been cutting the power. So time to go turn on the water and then we get started on bagging them up.
Adventure.
Wait. I was saying, while we're waiting for the water to heat up to bag the chickens, we have to clean everything up. Nobody ever talks about the cleanup, but it's like a chicken murder scene here.
Oh my gosh.
So all of this has to be cleaned up, otherwise we will attract every wild animal and fly in the coop.
Yes. Now we gotta get rid of all these guts.
So we just have a little bit of a smoker fire going right now to keep the flies away while we're working here.
Adventure.
Wait! All right, so here we have all of our chickens. They have been in ice cold water all night, and it is time to bag them and freeze them. But before we bag them, we need to make sure they're dry. So we have fabricated this handy dandy chicken dryer. It's just some PVC pipe, and we're gonna be drying 12 at a time. Once they're dry, we can bag them and seal them up. That way they will be airtight and we don't have to worry about getting freezer burn inside. But the key is making sure they are dry first. This is the size bird that I think is normal. We have some 7-pounders. I don't know if we're going to fit in.
I guess it's just because it was the first time of us actually doing this. And it's like, oh, what am I doing? Am I going to do this right?
Well, I definitely think it's like how we talked about that. Processing 10 birds, 2 people manually, doable in a day.
All day, yeah, all day.
I mean, it's still tough, but doable.
Yeah.
But over 40,
43?
and he was 42.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to count again.
I don't know. Yeah, we need
Well, you kept going back, and you're like, "There's another chicken. There's another
like
chicken."
popping out of the ground like
they're
rocks.
like growing chickens. Maybe we're missing our calling. Be growing chickens. Literally.
Okay, all the Mississippis. Mississippi, to Mississippi, to Mississippi. There we go. Bang, bang, bang. So this is the absolute last one. And it couldn't have come any sooner. Both of us are exhausted and can't wait to just put these in the freezer and not think about them for another year. Lord help!
That was hard.
That was really hard.
Ooh.
So now the question is, do they fit?
Will the door close?
We'll find out soon enough.
Might have to go in the house. I think we're eating chicken tonight, man.
I think we're eating chicken for sure. Hurry! Ta-da! All right, 170. Let's go.
Smells really.
Your rub is perfect.
Oh, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
But the meat texture is like firm, but not dry. You know, sometimes you get chicken at the store and it's like mushy.
Well, the problem.
Moist.
Okay, so it's not mushy.
No, it's not mushy. That's what I'm saying. We confuse a moist meat with mushy meat. This is not mushy.
This is not mushy. You don't taste the injection that they put into the chicken. You know that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it, but yeah. Oh, the fillers, the fluff
yes,
that they make
the
it
fluff,
like
yes.
plump. There's nothing here to plump it up. It's literally just the protein, but the protein is good.
Yeah.
I think we're hooked on this.
This is very good.
I think we're raising chickens again next year.
Yes, we're raising chickens.
The next morning and we're exhausted.
Yeah.
Still.
It was intense.
That was a burner.
Yes.
Entirely.
It was Saturday that really burnt us up.
Yeah.
Because
Saturday, towards the
19
afternoon.
hours?
Well, in the afternoon, I was not doing well. The heat got to me. My hands, I couldn't grab anymore. The feathers.
Yeah.
It hit you, I think, later in
Like
the
at 10
night.
p.m.
Yeah. But
that's when the tendons actually started to cut into my skin. Like my skin was just cracking and just like, you got to go in there and you got to pull things out and you're basically running your finger up against like stuff. And it's literally just gotten to the point where it was just like knife cut each time that I broke it. So.
But what was annoying also is every time Ruben would go get another chicken, he would try to do a quick head count. And he came back and he's like, okay, we've got like 8 more to go. And it was already getting dark. And then he goes back and then suddenly he's like, we have 7 more to go. I'm like, wait, we just processed 3. How do we have 7? He's like, I don't know. They just keep coming out.
They're like rocks popping out of the ground.
But it was dark, so it was hard for him to see. So he's out there trying to count with his flashlight on his phone or your headlamp. I think at that point we had headlamps. But yeah, ultimately, so we thought we had 38 chickens.
We ended up with 40.
We had 40. So we ordered 40. The hatchery sent us 2 extra because we had 2 die very early on. So the whole time we thought we had 38. And it was very difficult to count because they all looked the same.
Yep.
So we thought we had 38, and then we ultimately ended up with 40 after many miscounts.
Yes.
But we all got them processed.
Yes.
And they're all in the freezer.
Barely.
And that one that we smoked turned out really good.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Like there was a lot of fat on the chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what.
I don't know. The meat was good. My point is that we raised good meat birds.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of good fat on them. They were grain finished, I must say. So their skin had a lot of good extra fat content on it. So it's going to make some good bone broth. But we're tired. He has no rest.
Exactly.
Yes, it's currently 5:40 in the morning. He's going to work. And I've got to get finished editing this video.
And I got an engine to tear apart and put back together before I get called off to fire camp.
All right, everybody, that wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for joining along on this week's crazy adventure. This one was the tough one for us.
And please do raise your own chickens and your own little animals that you process to have for your own food, because as hard as it is, you are also contributing to the food like table, to where your neighbors can actually benefit from what you produce, and you're taking the pressure off of all the other growers and farmers in the area that are basically working just as hard, if not harder, to provide food for everyone.
They're like, you're taking our money.
And again, they were like, thank you, I have 2 extra hours of sleep. Thank you.
Yeah, I would never want to do like this commercially.
Oh God, no. It's
the smell of raw meat everywhere.
Well,
I smelled like raw meat.
I get it. So
I went to the store to go get more ice, and I'm like, I smell like raw meat.
You smell the iron. But yeah, no, it makes a big difference, and it helps everyone around you, because we already gave some chicken away and they're very happy with it. So
yes.
Yeah. Till next time.
Till next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week.
So this is their ability to just in there going to have an easy